guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you're here, and if you're new, welcome. We are so happy you found us. Today we are going to talk about how to choose journal pages. So come with me and let's get started. So when I first started, I went through and I watched probably 15 or 20 different YouTubers, and I wasn't watching really for their style, but I was watching to see what did they put in their junk journals? What were their pages? Because I was totally new and didn't have a clue. And over the period of watching all these different YouTubers, I'd write down, oh, they used vintage music paper, and oh, they used, grid paper and this kind of thing. So after a while, I found that there was kind of a common thread in pages. And so what I did was I built my file folder here with all the basic pages for a junk journal. And doing this really helps because every time I get ready to go make a journal, I grab my file folder and just pull out, okay? So in the first pocket of my file folder, I have several different kinds of, some vintage, some not, ledger papers that you just keep your accounting on, or used to before everything went digital. I have some that are used and some that are blank. I also have some like little sales sheets, some weekly time sheets, and then some different accounting pages like this. My first pocket is an accounting page in honor of the history. And since I have several different kinds, I will probably use a couple, but this is going to be my first page. And another question I always had is, how many pages do you have in a journal? And one signature is usually 7 to 10 pages, and if you do front and back, then that's 14 to 20 pages. So one signature is normally 7 to 10 pages. So this is going to be my first page. The next pocket in my file folder here are grid sheets, the kind like you do math on, okay? So I would pull one of these out. Again, these kind of liken back to that same history of being accounting, tallying and marking, etc. You could also do this sheet in tea-dyed if you wanted to. I know most people use tea-dyed and coffee stained, but sometimes you don't want to. But if you do, you can also use, instead of using the bright white, you can use tea or coffee stained, or you could use a mixture of both. Okay, so I'm just going to go with this right now. The next pocket that I put is just paper. It's different kinds of plain paper, and you might want to use 2 or 3 out of this. So you might want to use a coffee or tea stained sheet. You might want to use a watercolor sheet, and you might want to use just a colored piece of paper, or you may not. It's totally up to you. If you don't want to use tea or coffee stained, you can always buy paper that looks like it's tea or coffee stained in place of real, doing it yourself. So that's an option too. So those are my 3 papers so far. Now so far, all the papers I have picked have been the same size. And you definitely, I'm going to put that right there for now. You definitely don't want them all to stay the same size. So you're definitely going to change it up. And my next pocket is great for that, because it is the pocket with book pages, music, dictionary pages, and you can put 2 or 3 different ones of these in. So I'm going to pick one of these dictionary pages. I can get them apart. Okay. I'm going to get a music page, because most all journals have a vintage music page or 2, depending on how many signatures you do. And then you could also put a vintage magazine paper in if you had some. And I do. I have some right here. Like I said, this folder is made for me just to be able to go, pull my papers out, and have a journal signature already together. Now, I also have a piece of vintage wallpaper, so I will use that. And then you can use something like this if you want to have a really small page or not. We're going to go with those. And then we're going to have a paper, a glassine bag, because all the journals have at least one bag in it, whether it's a glassine bag or a brown bag, a craft bag, whatever. And then you always have a doily. And so I'm going to use a big doily as a page. And I bought these at the Dollar Tree. And get a whole pack. There's that. And then the last one is an envelope. And I'm going to use a mail envelope, like a come in a bill. So it can fold in half. And I'll have a little bit of envelope on each side of the signature. So there you have it. There is a signature that easily with just the basic pages. Now what if you didn't want to do just basic pages? What if you wanted to add a few special pages in? You certainly could use scrapbook of any choice that goes with whatever your journal's about. You could take one of your coffee stain papers, a book page, a music page, or whatever, and decoupage it with a napkin. That would give it a different look. You could use paper, like I said, watercolor papers, maybe papers that you've drawn. And now here's where it gets a little tricky. If the journal you're making is for yourself or a gift, you could also put a coloring page in it from one of your favorite coloring books. I mean, I have this coloring book from Daphne's Diary, and I have it just because the pages are beautiful without me doing anything to them. So maybe if I'm doing a spring journal and I'm not going to sell it, I would include one of these. If you're going to sell it, you obviously can't include a page from a coloring book or a newer magazine. But look how much you have here, and this is just your base pages. And these are great. You don't have to add any special pages. I mean, adding wallpaper, vintage wallpaper, adding napkin pages, that's special. And then with your ephemera, your pockets, your tuck spots, your belly bands, all of that, you create more interest. And these pages are great. So it's all up to you, but these are your base pages. And having this system in a flexible folder like this makes starting your first journal or any journal super easy. You're just 1, 2, 3, fold them all together, and you are done. Okay, and there is a signature. That easy to make, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 10 pages, that simple to put together. And you can make them stand out by doing the watercolor, napkins, or whatever. You could also add in, if you've bought a digital kit, you could mix those pages in. Like I said, scrapbook paper. If it's for yourself, you can mix in, coloring book pages, newer magazine pages. If you're going to sell it, please stick to the vintage items. You could also add vintage cookbook pages if that's your theme, vintage sewing. I mean, there's tons of books that are out of copyright that you can add. Another way to make it easy too is once you get all your papers, you could make up these little signatures and just have them in a pocket in your folder as well. It would make getting started super easy too. I always just like to be able to know I have enough, and when I start to run low, the system really works because I check my pockets, and if one's starting to get low, I can refill it. And the way you find these papers, because as a new junk journaler, sometimes it's hard to know where to find these. Like I said, the doily I got at Dollar Tree. You can get this grid paper at Dollar Tree. The vintage wallpaper I found at estate sales before. You can find some on eBay, Etsy. Vintage magazines, again, eBay, Etsy. Thrift stores. Used bookstores sometimes will have really old. The bags I got from Amazon, but you can find them from Walmart and other retailers. Of course, coffee stain paper is just copy paper stained in coffee, and I will put my video up about how to do that for beginners. Also, the envelope, this is out of my mail, guys, out of bills. I pay everything online, but you still get these, so I don't waste them. The music, again, from estate sales, from thrift stores, eBay. The vintage dictionary pages. I actually had a bunch from when my kids were real small. And the accounting pages, again, some are newer. They're just blank accounting books that you can buy at Amazon, Walmart. If you want the ones with the vintage writing, of course, you have to look at thrift shops, Etsy, eBay, those estate sales, those kind of things. So anyway, I hope this how to pull junk journal pages and what a basic signature looks like has helped you. I also have a surprise for everybody at the end of this. I wanted to do a really fast unboxing of my Tiny Party Club kit. This is such a fun kit. I heard about it on Emmylou Art's YouTube channel, which I will link below. She journals and tells stories online while she's journaling. She's really fun and hilarious. And I will link her channel below. And I will also link the Tiny Party Club, Sugar and Sloth Tiny Party Club channel on YouTube too. And she has a Facebook page, so head over to her channel and check out what she offers. This is the Tiny Party Club enamel pin box, and it comes like this. Oh, cool. Look at this. It always comes with a button most of the time. This one says, "Due to personal reasons, I shall now become a jellyfish." Look how adorable. I put these on my denim jacket. I think if you go look through my videos, you can see my denim jacket with all my pins and buttons on there. Now this is, the little bag is so cute. And, let's see. Oh, look how cute. I don't know, did it get in? There you go. The enamel pen is so cute. The button is so cute. What else do we have? Oh, we have a pad of paper. Today's adventure. Don't forget you got this. Her stuff is like adult humor, but tasteful, and it's hilarious. This is not kid humor. This is a little postcard. Isn't that cute? I mean, this box is just something fun. It makes you happy when you get it. And being in a lockdown, you know, a little calendar. It's really helped. I got my daughter one too, and she gets the surprise. And it always comes with a great sticker. If you've seen the top of my laptop, I have some of the best stickers on there that I love. And then this is just, what I do with these cards is, it explains the box, but what I do with them is I put cardstock on the back, and then I use them as tip-ins in journaling, my calendar, planning, all sorts of things. So, oh, I'm so excited. This is an awesome box. And then I keep the box. I use the tissue. I use the little, what do you call this? Confettis. I use all this stuff. Every ounce is used. Even the box, you could cut up and use some of the cute little figures on it. I mean, it's adorable. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. That was just like a little bonus at the end of my journal pulling, my journal pages pulling signatures. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for being here. Mwah. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.